What's up, you guys? Welcome to today's video. So in today's video, we are going to be working on the Lexus today. I ended up getting some parts for it, but I did something dumb the other day and we kind of have some problems. So I don't know how necessarily the outlets are ran up, but apparently they're ran up with like a very low amount of power. I plugged in like teeny tiny heater in one of them and then another small heater in the other, and I let it run for like about 30 minutes, 45 minutes. And I came back and it had blown all the outlets except for those ones, and I don't really want to try and put a heater up there. So we are going to be working out in the cold today. It's what, 50 degrees outside? It's about 50 degrees outside. I got Ryan with me, trusty help, so huge thanks to him. We are going to be putting some headers on the car, so give me one sec. They're in this box over here and I will get them out and show you what they look like. All right, so check us out. We ended up getting these from Flash Shark, so huge thanks to them for sending these out. I will actually have a code for those down in the bio. It will also have a discount code, so if you guys want to pick up anything from their site, whether it is for your Lexus or for your 370, or you could have something like a truck or something on there. So huge thanks to them. They are a partner with Spell Lab, so as you guys know, we worked with them a couple videos ago for the test pipes on the 370. So they recommended me to Flash Shark to work with them for this one. So huge thanks to them, and let's get started on this install. Before we get started on that, I'm gonna give you guys a little clip of the exhaust and what it sounds like with stock headers with the Gretty exhaust with the hole in the bottom. So this is gonna be a cold start and then a few revs once we get it warmed up. Okay, so that sounds pretty good. Now we're gonna get these on. It's gonna take us maybe a little while. Hopefully we don't break the bolts on the headers. Ryan's a little bit worried about it, so hopefully we don't have any serious problems. We ended up coming by like a day or so ago and we put some penetrant on the actual bolts that mount it to the actual like header itself. So hopefully this goes well. Join us to find out. So I don't know if I have shown you guys this, but I love this so much. We ended up getting the flags put up. I think it just fills up the wall really nicely and makes it feel a lot more filled in here. I don't know. So since I shoot a lot of content for Instagram and stuff, it makes it look a lot better to have a filled in wall as opposed to like a blank wall. So I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I think it turned out pretty nice. But yeah, let's get back to this install. All right, so ignore the mess. This is what the stock header actually looks like. So it doesn't look like there's a whole lot of corrosion on the bolts. So hopefully it won't give us too many problems. But there is, I believe, 8 bolts up here, and then there's gonna be 3 bolts that actually meet down on the lower down pipe. So you can see the 3 here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 on both sides. And then it looks like there's also 3 O2 sensor bunks, so we're gonna have to get those swapped out as well. We don't have the same problem like we did with the 370 since I don't get that one, since I don't get the Lexus as hot. So hopefully we'll be able to just back those out and just get them turned loose without having to replace them. So let's get started. So we got that lower hose and we're struggling with the upper one a little bit, so we're just gonna bend it up and up and around. So I think the plan is we're gonna get started with the O2 sensors and then get started with the top half, and then we will get to jacking the car up to get into the lower half. Okay, so little change of plans. I'm gonna let Ryan handle that for a minute. To get the car jacked up, you guys know the body kit is dumb low. So we're gonna get the side skirts taken off and the front bumper taken off so that we can actually get the car jacked up. So give me a minute and I will get done with that. Also, I know I haven't talked about it much, but I've been trying to work on these door handles and getting these back sides sanded down pretty smooth. So I'm still having issues with like the corners and whatnot to get them actually like flush on the actual door handles. So they're not going to be perfect, but they should be like 85% good whenever I'm done with them. So I'm not exactly sure if I'm going to run those or not, or if we'll just run with these until I can find another company that makes a better fitting set. So didn't want you guys to think that I forgot about doing these, but these are kind of on hold at the moment. Okay, guys, welcome back. So we got the Lexus side skirts over there, front bumper over here, headers moved off to the side. You say you got 6 bolts out so far?
5, almost 6.
So we have almost 3/4 of these bolts out so far. He's thinking that the O2 sensors, just like I did, look almost brand new, so we shouldn't have any issues getting those out either. But we do have the car in a position, so as soon as we get done with that, we can jack the car up and actually get to working on the lower bolts that connected to the downpipe. So I am very curious to see how much louder this actually makes the car. He's thinking it's gonna be crazy loud. I'm thinking it's gonna be loud, so we'll see, because we also have an exhaust leak, so. But the exhaust leak's like way at the end, so like we shouldn't have any noise differences.
This header's gonna make it too loud. You're not even gonna hear that exhaust leak anymore.
I didn't hear the exhaust leak in the first place, so I'm hoping this sounds good, but yeah, we're gonna get back to it. Okay, so we got all the bolts off of the actual manifold itself, and I went to go under it, and we have a problem. So we just got the car jacked up, and we go to go under here. Hold on, let me turn the flash on. So we got to go under here, and for whatever reason, this is welded together. That is supposed to be a flange bolted to that, but for whatever reason, the mid pipe is welded directly to the actual manifold itself. That being said, we are not doing this today. I'm gonna have to order that Y pipe from somebody. So I will pick this back up when we get the mid pipe. Wish me luck. I will see you guys then. Hey, what's up, you guys? So it's been like 3 weeks or a month or so. So it's been a little while, but I finally picked up a mid pipe, and this one's basically brand new. So we're gonna get the Lexus torn back down. Bean came with us. It shouldn't take us too terribly long. Everything in the header side is still unbolted. I will show you guys the welded piece to the header as soon as we get it out of the car. So give me a little bit and we will start to get that pulled out. Okay, so this one came out, stock one. A couple issues we were fighting. This tab that was on the other side, so it's got 2 mounting tabs. I'll show you the new one. So it's got 2 tabs where it bolts onto the header itself. Well, I guess there's 3, but this one was actually catching right around here. So we ended up cutting that off and getting that fed through. So we're hoping that this new one that we're about to put on, the Flash Shark one, since we don't have any cats on this, it'll be a lot, oh, Jesus. It'll be a lot easier to fit in there. So yeah, this is a whole lot lighter. It's probably a good 10 pounds off that other one. But yeah, let's throw these new ones in. Hopefully this doesn't fight us as much. Okay, so it's been a few minutes. We didn't get them in yet. We actually got all the O2 sensors. Oh God, there's the heater. We got all the O2 sensors put back on all of them. So now we are actually gonna put this new mid pipe that we got on. We're gonna put that on first, and then we'll get the actual header bolted up to it from there. So I will see you guys in another few minutes. We will probably have it on by the next time you see it. What's up, you guys? It has been a few weeks. Just been lazy, busy with the holidays, just enjoying time with the family. But Brian's back. We're gonna get knocked out this header, and hopefully it goes a little bit better. So the last time we were doing this, we had some problems where we were putting the actual header on and the bolts weren't lining up on one side, and it just barely wasn't clearing. So we kind of dremeled down, like not the actual like holes a little bit, like we kind of did, but we just tapered them around a little bit. So that, and then we also brought some pry bars. So let's get to hopefully putting this header on a lot easier than we were having. A lot easier of a time than we were having last week. So give us a few minutes and we'll get this started. So we're having a hell of a time. As we're trying to get it on there, we finally have it on the front and the back. But dude, getting it any farther than this is rough. So we noticed that the header is actually sitting on the motor mounts. So that is actually giving us a lot more trouble. We have everything else mounted up with the mid pipe and stuff. In the last few minutes, I took some airline from the 370 and not off of it, but you get what I'm saying. And I looped it around the middle of the mid pipe and I'm using it and I'm pulling it up and trying to relieve some pressure so that he can get these on there more. And it's actually gotten a few more threads. I tried doing that, but it is easier said than done. That's really stressful. We don't want to break these bolts. So I'll be back in a few minutes and we'll see how this goes. Okay, so we're back. So far, let me show you. So far, we got the header on. Everything looks good. Everything's bolted up to spec, so that is great. All the O2 sensors on the top side are currently plugged in. There is 1, 2, and then there's one on the back side over here. I don't know if you can see that. There's a third one over there. Now, since we are deleting all of the cats on the car, we are fully expecting to have check engine lights. So no surprise there. Already had that issue on the Z, got that tuned out. Not gonna tune the Lexus. I'm just gonna keep an eye on it. I'm probably gonna get one of those OB2 readers that I can get hooked up to my phone. So I'll keep an eye on it. That way any case that any other sensors or anything gets triggered, I can keep an eye on it through that way. So I'm gonna get down to the bottom side. I'm gonna get these bolts tightened up and then we will get you guys a cold start. All right, we're back. So we got everything tightened up. Everything down there is good. The mid pipe's connected. The headers are all hooked up. We got the intake all wired back up. Everything's plugged back in. I got bored while we were doing it and I started polishing up the intake. I think that turned out really good. So I think I might continue doing that a little bit just to make that look a little bit nicer for something to do. But jump pack and we're gonna get this turned over. So give me 1 second, I'll get in the car and get this hooked up and we will listen to the first start with the new Flash Shark headers. All right, ready?
Yep.
What's that noise? Sound like something was sputtering. Good now? Okay, so I don't know if you guys heard that in the video. It sounds like it's backfiring a little bit. He's saying because we are catless now. So I don't know. He's thinking it's also not seated correctly because it sounds like there's a little too much noise coming from the engine bay. So we're looking at that right now. I will let you guys know whenever we figure out what is going on. So we'll be back in a minute. Okay, we're gonna try again. We tighten the bolts down a little bit and see if that helps. Ready?
Should be on.
It sounds a little bit better. We're also kind of worried about the fact that whenever we originally were having trouble putting these on, that it not being lined up correctly is causing that problem now, which isn't super surprising, but I don't know. We're gonna figure it out here in the next few minutes and I will get back to you guys with an update. All right, so we're letting the car warm up a little bit and we'll give it a couple of revs. It is after the new year, so it has been a little while working on this video. There's a bunch of salt on the roads. It has been kind of snowing a bit here and there, and I don't really want to take the car out and get some videos as much as I'd like to. So I will probably save that for another day, but we're gonna get the car warmed up and I will give you guys some revs and, you know, see how it sounds. So give me a minute and I will be right back. I got Ryan in the car. He's gonna give us some revs. So let's see how this sounds. Give her a rip. Hey, give me one more. Dude, that sounds good. That sounds pretty good. Oh yeah. It's a little smoky in here now. All right, well, I'd say that was a mission success. Okay, so it has been a few days since you guys saw the last clip. I ended up coming back here, starting the car again, noticed it was being a little weird and sounding kind of different. Popped the hood. There's actually a nice sized leak coming out of the actual header of the exhaust. So this video was originally supposed to turn out nice, cool. You'll notice in the beginning of the video, I kind of blurred out the name of the company who actually sent us these. These ended up going bad. So if you're ever wondering, should I buy cheap headers for a car through a company that is, I mean, I thought it was reputable. They claim to be reputable, obviously, that would happen. But yeah, so don't buy cheap parts, get quality parts so that you don't have to do a second install like we have to do on the Lexus now. So if anybody has some options for Lexus IS300 headers and you guys want to hook me up or point me in the right direction, throw a comment down below and I will try to get myself on the right track. So at the moment, you guys heard it, sounds pretty good, but there's still a leak in straight out the header. So I'll come back to that another time. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I will see you guys in the next one. Like, comment, subscribe, and you guys have a good one.
Got a brand new beach, and some brand new friends. Got a brand new bag, hold on, and some brand new ends, hold on. Got a brand new key.